Hello, welcome back. All right, now so in this video we're talking about the bold tag, and the italics tag. Now, what does the bold tag do? I'm sure you've probably seen this very well. For instance, okay, we're just going to add a new paragraph first of all, and inside it we're going to write, I am aspiring to be a front-end web developer. Okay, so I can write your name probably. I All right, now, so this, and this, I'm aspiring to be a front end web developer. Normally, when I save, let's see what we have on our page. Can you see? But peradventure, you want to make this your name. Like, I want to make my name now, I want to make it very bold. Now, how do I do that? There's what we call the bold tag. It is okay. Now, before I use it, let me just show you how it looks like. B is what is represented by. There are two ways to write it to go about it. The first one is B. Can you see? So anything you write inside this B tag will automatically be bolded. Do you understand? So I'm going to remove that and put it back where we need it. Now we need it here. B, I close it. But what we want, this is what we want. So I'm just going to copy the name. I'm going to copy the name and put it inside. Rather, cut the name and put it inside. Can you see? So I've wrapped the B tag or the bold tag around that name. It is still all nested inside the paragraph, but it simply means that browser, I need this particular name, I need it to be bolded. So we're going to save and look at what we have. Can you see? This is what we have. Can you see that the name is bolded? Now that is one way to go about it. Another way to go about it is by making it a there's this word, we call it emphasis, em. So I'm going to use the em just like we have b. The em also does the same thing. Can you see? So we just wrap it around the content. Let me see. Now I this is bolded. I'm aspiring to be a inside the emphasis tag. I have front-end web developer. This front-end web developer would simply be bold. Sorry, um emphasis, rather, emphasis is for something else. Sorry, pardon me. Strong, rather. Man, how could I have mixed that up? All right, strong is the word. Emphasis is what we're going to look at next. Remember, I said we're going to look at the bold tag and the italics tag. All right, so you can either use the B tag to make something bold, or you can use it as strong. It will give you the same result. Remember, it is still wrapped inside this paragraph. It's still nested inside the paragraph element. So I save now and look at what we have. And you see, name, I'm aspiring. Oh, double I. That was an error. I'm aspiring to be a front-end web developer. That is also bolded. So that is just how to make the text bold in HTML. Very simple. Now the next one I'll be having is the italics tag. And just like the bold, it also has, shall I say, an alternative way to go about it. So I'm going to post this one second time. We'll remove the bold and the strong tag we add inside it. All right, so I'm going to save. We have it. We have the second paragraph back to normal, the way it was looking before. Can you see? Before we added the bold or the strong tag. Now, the next tag is the italics tag. And the italics, you know what italics means? To make something italicized. I'm sure you've probably seen that some special characters are written with a little slantiness. So we're going to add the italics tag, and that is I. It's called the I tag. We're going to wrap it around this name first of all. So I write I, it is just I. when I close it, the closing tag comes with it. So we're going to copy the closing tag and put it. So I've wrapped the name around this I tag, just like the bold tag that has a newer word called strong. The I tag also has a newer word called emphasis, and that was what I was absent-mindedly writing initially. So emphasis, just em. That's how to write it. Em stands for emphasis. That is, browser, place an emphasis on this word. I'm wrapping round it. Or browser, italicize this word for me. Browser, make emphasis to this word. So I'm going to save it again and see what we have. Now, if you look properly, you will see that the name and this has been, it has been italicized. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, the shortcut to zoom in is not, I'm probably not getting it. But you can just try it on your hand, wrap it, and you see it is properly italicized. The name is italicized, and the front end web developer is italicized. Now, one thing you should understand is, if you forget to add a closing tag, for instance, let me remove the strong in the first one. Let me remove the first strong element. Now, normally, it is only the name that will be italicized. Look at it. Sorry, that will be bolded. The name has been bolded here. Name, bolded name. I'm aspiring to be a front-end web developer. But what happens if you forget to write your... Okay, bad English. What happens if you forget to add your closing tag? Will it not work? It would actually work, but let's look at what happens. I remove the closing tag. I save. We have our opening tag, bold. I have the name, but I forgot to add the closing tag. Let's see what happens in the browser. Can you see? Every other content that you write on that page will be affected by it. What this simply means is, browser, I want to make bold this text. So the browser starts making it bold. And once the browser cannot find where you want it to stop, it continues. It assumes that everything that you write after this opening tag will be bolded. So the work of the closing tag is to tell the browser where to stop. So browser, I appreciate your efforts in bolding this word, but please just stop after the name. And that's why it's compulsory. Don't ever forget to add your closing tag. So I save that and everything is back to normal. So I believe now you understand everything is back to normal. Now you understand how to use the bold tag, bold, B tag, or strong. And you also understand now the I tag for italics or emphasis. See you in the next video. In the next video, we're talking about the list elements.